Assalamu alaikum, sabah al khair. Good morning, everyone. I would like to start by really expressing my pride for my country to host such a gathering. 5 years ago, we would have never dreamt of such a meeting and such a conference. So it's a great day in our nation, revolution and evolution. Today, I'm going to spend maybe 5-6 minutes to give you a blitz of NEOM side of the business. Since this is a tourism conference, I will touch base on NEOM and tourism. So what is our philosophy in NEOM when it comes to attracting visitors to our beautiful piece of land in NEOM? Before I go into this, let me take a minute to explain the model of NEOM. NEOM is not just a project. It's not just a sector. NEOM is a mission to establish a solid, independent economy that is going to be built on 15 to 16 economic sectors. So creation of an economy that's going to be driven and drive the growth of this economy over the many years to come. So sectors such as energy, water, entertainment, sport, health and well-being, communication, media, mobility, all of these sectors that collectively will build up the whole economic system and model for NEOM. One of these sectors is tourism. So you can see where tourism fits. It's one of a much bigger economic model. However, our model also and our philosophy when it comes to tourism in NEOM, everything we are developing, such as the sectors I mentioned, they will be part of the tourism model. For example, we are going to build a renewable energy fully energized by solar, by wind, by green hydrogen. We will only use these three sources. So what does energy renewable have to do with tourism? When we go and build our solar panels, when we go and build our wind miles, when we go and build our green hydrogen, we build them to also be a destination for tourism. When they come and visit NEOM, they want to go and visit how solar panels look like. They would like to go and build and see and enjoy what we call windmills. We actually don't call solar panels in NEOM solar panels. We call them solar park, wind park. They will look beautiful. They will look things that people would like to go there and take a picture with. So that's what we are doing. Everything we are developing, we want it to be also a piece of art, a piece of attention, a piece of attraction to our tourism. So the mix of all these sectors are all there to serve tourism in NEOM. I'll give you an example or two. So we announced the start of what we call Oxagon. Oxagon in NEOM is the industrial area. It is the logistics area. It is the port of NEOM. It is where we are going to receive everything before it goes into NEOM. It is going to be where all the boats, all the ships, all transportation. It is going to be where all industries will be. Yet, there are tourists. When they come to NEOM, we would like to see them spending a day or two in Oxagon. Why? Because they want to go there and see the future of industry in the world. Everything in NEOM is built for the future era. We want them to come and see how the future seaports will operate and how they will look like. We want them to see the first logistical hub that's built worldwide that's going to be built on a floating city. It's not on land, it's a floating city for a better sustainability. We want it to be a tourism destination. If we go and look for the line, and you have heard about our line, we want people to go there. They don't have to live in the line, but they want to go there and see what the line is all about. How does it look? All of these assets we are producing will be part of our tourism extension and our tourism destination. So in the line, we want people to come there and see how our sport stadiums are built and where are they built, at what level. By the way, the sport stadiums in NEOM that is in the line is a 300-meter high, loose and hanging in the air. So people would like to go and say, let's go and see what this stadium is. But we did not build it loose just for the sake of having it loose. We believe that's the best use of space for a stadium. As John mentioned, our CEO for the airport in the previous session, we are going to be on a full mobility system that is no gasoline, no gas. It's all either green hydrogen or renewable energy. And people would like to and would have to exercise and enjoy the experience of how this is. What is this new lifestyle that NEOM will be? Another example is, which is something between tourism and industry. We are building, as we speak, the largest marina on Earth. The marina will have over 8,000 berths to receive all yachts, all boats from all over the world. We're building it in a different model, in a model where it makes people say, how is this going to operate? But it's going to be the most efficient marina that the world will have experienced. So another thing that we have in tourism in NEOM is not only future, but history. NEOM is a 5,000-year-old region. NEOM, where all religions have passed through. NEOM is where prophets have passed through and lived there. So there we will blend the past and the future. And that will be a very exciting experience to our tourism and tourists to go. We have 15 islands we are developing today. And developing an island is not just an easy task. We are building these islands as a collection of 15 islands as phase one. And the idea behind it is we want to go back to the time where in our childhood we used to travel to Greece. And one exciting part of going to Greece at my childhood time is we used not to visit an island. We used to visit a group of islands, and people would be jumping from an island to an island. That's our approach for our islands. Another aspect of NEOM that it's going to be part of tourism, but not a tourism by design, that is our commitment in NEOM that 95% of the whole land of NEOM, which is equal to 25,000 square kilometers, is going to be a nature reserve, untouchable. We started it, we opened it, and there we are going to bring two parts of it. We are rewilding this wild area. We have already brought animals that have been living there and disappeared centuries ago. We are rebringing them here, and we are also regreening NEOM. We are going to plant and seed 100 million trees in NEOM. And that by itself is a massive exercise that will bring NEOM back to what it used to be. Before I conclude, if someone says, What is so special about NEOM? And let me tell you a few three words. Location. We are 2 hours away from Europe. Believe it or not, we see Africa, I mean within miles. We are a connection of 3 continents, Africa, Asia, and Europe. And that location is so unique. Climate is superb. For those that have not been there, when we are done and we are ready to receive you as visitors and as tourists, you will get a feel for what that means. We are building an airport that is at the end of our line, and it's going to be a very unique design of an airport. It will be the first airport yet to be built where the airport is part of our line. So airports, airlines, airplanes land, and then their gates open to the line. So passengers are yet to leave the plane, and as they walk out, all they see is the line where 9 million people will be living in. And the passengers, you can imagine the experience of passengers after 9-hour flight, and the door is open, and they just get out to the line, and they just experience it. We are also establishing our own airline, like John mentioned. Why? Because we want to make sure tourists coming to NEOM as a destination will have no stop in the middle. It's a non-stop flight from wherever they are departing to come to NEOM. To us, that's very, very important to gain and give our tourists and our visitors the experience of life. Nothing worse in traveling, and you are all, like all of us, traveling from a place to a place. It's the challenge we have is when you have to keep changing airports and airplanes. So when you all are ready to come and visit with us, that's what you'll see. I would like to leave you with this. We have announced the launching of Trojena, and many of you may have seen it when we announced it. We are calling it the treasure of NEOM. It's really the jewel of NEOM. Why? It's the place we're going to show ski resorts in Saudi Arabia, ski resorts in the Middle East at a height of 2,700 meters. People, when we said that in our opening, they said, "Are you sure? Skiing in Saudi Arabia?" It is. We are sure because as we speak, we are constructing the ski resorts. It skis. It snows 3 months a year, and when it snows, I can tell you, it snows. We get overwhelmed. We get covered with snow. And you see families and everybody go to the mountain. We have a lake that we are building at 2,600 meters high. As we speak, we are digging the mountains to build a 3 kilometers long lake, 600 meter wide lake. We're building a skating resort over the lake. So it's not just a lake, but skating. That's why we call Trojena as Trojena. We have Vault, that is basically a complete city that will contain 9 hotels, all inside the mountain of Trojena. So it is a very pleasant place where I can assure you, when we open these facilities, you may remember my remarks, but even if you don't, I will remind you of how these places are going to look. So I hope I'm leaving you with a better understanding of our tourism model, blending our economic model with tourism sector as a one big sector that bring up NEOM as a destination of 7 million visitors by 2030 and 15 million visitors by 2040. I will leave you with a film on Trojena. Thank you.
Journey to new heights, a unique global destination driven by cutting-edge technology in NEOM. This is Trojena. Breathtaking architecture and innovative engineering fold seamlessly into the natural landscape, ascend to a vertical village, a portal connecting the digital and the physical. The seasonal climate provides a multitude of high-altitude adventures in the Arabian Peninsula with the region's first outdoor ski experience. Enjoy the buzz of world-class entertainment, the crisp mountain air, and the world's most advanced health and well-being center nourish both body and soul. And as night falls, you can witness the stars as you've never seen them before. Welcome to Trojena, the mountains of NEOM.